Greetings comic book fans and welcome to Dude's Comic Haul for the 4th week in March. This is my weekly haul video where I share with you the brand new books I've picked up today on officially the best day of the week, New Comic Book Day. Now I had kind of like some mini trauma today because like I've been very lucky for like, God, I think it's been a few years. You know, I've been able to get my books on a Wednesday. You know, it's been years since something's happened where I've not been able to get my books on a Wednesday. I think maybe when I was on holiday the one time I had to wait a day. But yeah, most of the time, you know, everything works out so I can get my books. This morning, my journey to work, there was like major traffic problems. There'd been some accident and the road was shut and there was a diversion. You know, my journey, usually I leave my house at 7:25. I get to my new job at like 8:30, 20 to 9. That's usually when I get there. Today, I left the house at the same time and I got to work at 10 to 11. That was how long it took me. And then I get into work and they were really cool. They were really cool about like me being late because other people were late as well. So that they understood what happened and they were cool about it. But I still had the same workload to do, but less hours to do it in. So I was like, I had visions of like my comic shop closing and I'm still at work. So it was kind of traumatic for me. I know it's like in the big scheme of things, and whoever had that accident would much rather have had that problem than, you know, the accident that they had. So kind of in the grand scheme of things, it isn't that important. But, you know, it's my little beacon each week that I look forward to picking up my books. You know, I kind of feel so fortunate being a comic book fan because we get kind of like our Christmas every week. We get to buy ourselves gifts every week. Every Wednesday we get brand new comics coming out, and I can't think of anything, you know, that you get that kind of thing every week. There's no other interest that I can kind of think of. You get that thing every week. Where like football, yeah, it's good if your team wins every week. But if they don't win every week, it becomes a bit, you know, not as much fun. Where with comics, pretty much now, there's so many great comics that every week there's some great books coming out, and we get that like kind of mini Christmas. So anywho, getting back to the story, I thought, yeah, I was going to be late, but then my boss, she knocked off a couple of some of the work I had to do. Some of the other staff helped me because they'd finished early, so I was able to leave on time, and so that was super cool. So I was super chuffed because like I kind of like was going into the day thinking, oh no, you know, I'm gonna be like here till like 5 o'clock, and I ended up being able to get my book, so that was brilliant. The one book I couldn't get today was Uncanny X-Men. It was due out. According to Comixology and Comic Vine, you know, they have their like the new comics out, and it was up on there. So I don't know if it's just Diamond, because I know Diamond sometimes does doesn't deliver all the books or the right number of books to the comic book shop. So you know, it may be a Diamond problem, but you know, I can wait for that. It's a big haul. I got 25 books this week. 3 books were back issues that because one book I couldn't get, I had a little bit of extra cash, so I bought a few back issues, took advantage of that book not coming out. But so yeah, I can wait for that book. That's alright. It's only one out of them. So yeah, I'm gonna start off first with the 3 back issues that I got, and then I'm gonna go through, because all the other books, the other 22 books, they're all off my order. So there's nothing else off the shelf, because when you got a haul that big, you don't really want to be going to the shelves. But to be fair, from what I didn't really look too deeply into what's coming out this week, because I had so many books, but there wasn't really anything that I saw that caught my eye. So kicking off, we have so I got Batgirl issue 38. I think that's a variant cover to celebrate the Flash's 75th anniversary. I really enjoyed that Batgirl Endgame story last week, and I just decided to give this book another look. I found issue 36 and 37 for really cheap prices on eBay, so I've ordered them. They should be coming some point next week, hopefully. And yeah, so I picked up issue 38 Batgirl. They had issue 39. I thought I'd pick these 2 up because sometimes in my comic shop they'll have like the last 2 or 3 months of a book. But I figured that when they put them on the shelf, they may knock one of these off, so I thought I'll pick them up while they've got them. And the other one from last week, we got Batgirl 40. So I've got like the first issue of the arc, so eventually I'll have the whole of this arc. I don't know yet if I'm going to read these, because I've got so many books to read this week. I don't know if I'm going to read these or if I'm going to wait for the other issues to arrive and then read it together, which would be interesting to read it all together. I may wait, yeah. So now these are the books off my order. I did change some other books because I'm really loving the DC movie variants. I'm really enjoying them. So I managed to pick up at the Aquaman issue 40, the final part of Maelstrom, but I managed to get the variant edition, which is like, I think it's Free Willy, the movie that it's based off, but I really love these variants. I'm not usually a big kind of fan of the variants. I'd rather have the regular cover, but I really like that DC do a theme every month. I think that's a really good idea. This one, I think this is North by Northwest. I think it was a Hitchcock movie. That's what I'm guessing that this one is. I've never seen the film, but that's what I'm thinking it is. But with the Flash, so yeah, Flash issue 40. So then we have the final issue of Arkham Manor, issue number 6 there, the final issue. Hopefully this will kind of tie everything up. I am kind of thinking maybe at some point read the 6 issues together, and I think it's one of those stories that will be better collected than as individual issues, though I haven't in the main enjoyed it. We then have Batman Eternal issue 51, which I'm looking forward to. This will be the first book I read this week. I want to see the answers of, you know, we got the big bad revealed last issue. This issue I think we're going to get how he managed to pull this off, so I'm looking forward to that. We've got Batman 66, issue number 21. Really enjoying this book. Totally a different kind of Batman, and so yeah, always a lot of fun. And this issue looks like it's got Batgirl in as well, so that should be good. We then have the final issue of Batman and Robin, which is sad because I've really enjoyed this creative team. They really know how to write the Batman, Damian and Alfred dynamic, so I'm really sad to see Tomasi be moved. Gleason is still going to be doing a Damian book, so I don't know what that's going to, he's going to write and draw it, and so that's going to be interesting. I don't think I'll be picking it up, but it'd be interesting to see how he does as a writer, you know, that would be interesting. I do think that there's an annual coming out next week, but I'm not sure yet if Tomasi has written that. I probably will pick it up, but you know, we'll see. But I really enjoyed the last issue of this. I don't know why we got Wonder Woman and Aquaman. They weren't in the last issue, but the team up with Shazam, Superman, Robin and Batman was really good last issue, so I'm looking forward to that, and maybe Aquaman and Wonder Woman come into it as well. But yeah, that was really good. Sad to see that one go. I think off the top of my head, and I can't remember all the books that have been cancelled, but I think that's the one I'm going to miss the most, because I've really enjoyed what Tomasi and Gleason have done on that book. We then have Deathstroke issue number 6, which I'm really enjoying. That's been really good. We have Gotham by Midnight, issue number 6. Oh no, issue number 5. Sorry. We had the Spectre turn up last issue, so that was super cool. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm in two minds whether I'm going to keep picking this up. I'm going to wait and see what the next few issues are like and make a decision then. The problem is Ben Templesmith is such a unique artist. You know, there are certain artists like J.H. Williams III. There you've got, you know, Ben Templesmith and Andrea Sorrentino, and they're such unique artists, and they just have a unique style and a look to their art that it's very difficult for people to follow them, you know. While there might be good artists, you can't kind of copy what's gone before because you're going to come off as an imitation. But then to go in, the book will feel so different with a different artist on it. So I'm intrigued to see where we're going to go. I've enjoyed the story, and at least we're keeping the same writer on this. But art-wise, it may hurt the book. It may not feel the same, but we'll see. Yep, Multiversity Ultra Comics. This is one of the books, I'm sure this is the comic that's kind of been featuring throughout Multiversity. So, yeah, though it says you must not read this comic, I think I may succumb to curiosity and actually read it, despite the warning on the cover. I've really enjoyed Multiversity. I'm not the biggest Grant Morrison fan. Some stuff I like of his, some stuff just confuses me and makes me feel really stupid because I just don't get it. But I've really enjoyed Multiversity, so yeah, I think that's a good series. We've got Future's End, issue 47, with a very intriguing cover there, with all these different characters from the series on the cover. So that is really interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. I've really been enjoying that series, and I'm hoping that, like, some of the goodbyes that we've seen so far and ending of the stories, I hope that isn't going to be the end. We've then got the Autumn Lands Tooth and Claw issue number 5. This, I think, is a variant cover, but I really like it. Really quite fearsome, isn't it? We then have They're Not Like Us, which, pardon me, one of the things I love about this book is that the cover is the first page. Like, the story starts on that, on the cover. The story starts in that middle bit there on the cover and then continues. I didn't realise that straight away, you know. It was like, I remember it was the first 2 issues, I was like, God, that it feels like there's missing some of the story. Then I think it was the second issue, looking at the cover, I realised, oh yeah, the story starts on the cover. I like that. That's something a bit different, and I've been enjoying that series as well. I like when people try something a bit different. That's good. I don't think you can ever condemn someone for trying something a bit different, even if it doesn't quite come off. At least, you know, they're trying to come at something with a new idea. We then have Witches issue number 5, which just, I don't know about what it is, but they have some fearsome covers. But yeah, been enjoying that series. Absolutely terrified. If I'm going to read that one at night time, it will be the first book I read, because I don't want to go to sleep after reading Witches. It may not be a good idea. We then have The Bunker issue number 10, another series that I'm really enjoying. This is another book that I think I may dig out all my issues and kind of reread in order. I think it's one of those books that may, while I've loved this and I've really enjoyed it, I think it's a book that probably reads better collected, because so much happens in it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that series. We then have Quantum and Woody Must Die, issue number 3. I've been enjoying this. I like the kind of twist over who wants Quantum and Woody dead and all what's going on there. I really like. I think that's really working well. Quantum and Woody are not my favourite Valiant characters. I do struggle with them a bit sometimes. That Quantum and Woody, the Q2 series, that last issue of that was the worst Valiant book I've read. But this has been quite good. I've quite enjoyed this, and you know, Woody sometimes can come off as a bit of a douche, but they've toned him down a bit in this, and he actually is working quite well, and I'm enjoying what they've done with that. We have The Valiant issue number 4. This will probably be the second book I read this week. Again, Valiant, just brilliant. Look how they make the book special, and you've got the hardcover. Yeah. They know how to make a book special, and then they charge you the same $3.99 that you'd get for a regular book. So yeah, top notch there from Valiant. I'm looking forward to that. We have Doctor Who 11th Doctor issue number 10, which I'm enjoying this. You know, the current story we've got here has been really good. The Doctor has been turned by the Usurp company, and so, you know, can his companion step up and save the day? We then have Daredevil issue number 14, which is still a really good series. We have Deathlock issue number 6, which I can't remember what happened last issue in this. But I've really been enjoying this book. I like the art a lot in here. I think it's Sam Perkins. It just says Perkins on the... No, Mike Perkins. I'm sorry, Mr. Perkins, I got your name wrong. It's Mike Perkins. I don't know why I was thinking Sam Perkins. But anywho, I've really been enjoying Deathlock. That's been good. We have Inhuman, issue number 13. This is the only little bit of Charles Soule I'll get from now on. Because I don't know if he's still writing Wolverines, but I'm not reading that. And, you know, Swamp Thing's finished. So, yeah. A bit sad that this is the only bit of Charles Soule I'm going to get now. We then have New Avengers issue 32, which looks like we've got our you know, multiverse traveling Avengers there, as they're heading for a showdown, so that should be good. And finally we have Darth Vader. This will probably be the third or fourth book I read this week. So yeah, I've been enjoying the Star Wars books Marvel have been doing. I think what they've done really good is that they went straight to putting big creators on them. You know, I got Kieran Gillen on Darth Vader, with LaRocca on art. You've got the team of Cassidy and Aaron on Star Wars, the main book. You've got, you know, Wade writing Princess Leia, with Dodson on art. So yeah, I think that's been the thing that's impressed me, that they've not, yeah, we're going to put lesser known people on those books. They've gone, yeah, we've got Star Wars back and we're going to put it as this big thing. So I think that's what's really helped the range of Star Wars books, how the Marvel have done it. Anywho, so I've yacked on more than usual because there was such a big haul of books. So thank you for watching and sticking with me this long. Usually the hope is that I will get my video up for Tuesday. This week is going to be a bit of a challenge because Monday it is WrestleMania. Well, Sunday it's WrestleMania technically, but I've got work on the Monday, so there ain't no way. You know, when I was younger, I would regularly sit up, watch the WWE pay-per-view, and then go to bed and get up for work with a couple of hours kip. I'm a bit older now. I can't quite do that anymore. You know, those kind of things catch up with me quick. So what I'll be doing is so whereas I usually record my video on a Monday night and then upload it on a Tuesday, I can't do that this week because there's WrestleMania and that's going to be 4 hours. So when I get home from work, I'll just be watching WrestleMania. Then on the Tuesday we've got Raw, which is the Raw after WrestleMania is always a big thing. You have a very unique atmosphere because you've got the hardcore fans who've gone to see WrestleMania are there for Raw. So that's 3 hours. So it's going to be a bit tricky to kind of do a video. So I really would like to record the video. Even if I upload it on Monday, I'd like to record it on Sunday. The problem with that is I've got 22 books to read. The Backyard books, they're not going to be reviewed this week. I may do like a comic book catch-up video where I review the 6 issues, but the first those 6 issues of that arc. But then, so 22 books. I don't know if I can get through them. I'm gonna try my best. I don't like rushing my books because I feel it kind of influences my reviews, that like I don't enjoy the books as much and my reviews are more negative when I'm rushing books. So I like to take my time and enjoy the books, and I feel I can come to them then with a much more positive vibe. But I'm going to attempt the best I can to get through these books and get the review done for Sunday. I'm off the weekend, yay! So me and my wife, one of the days the weekend, probably have a movie day and go to cinema. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and get this done over the weekend. So fingers crossed, Sunday, Monday, the review video will be up. However, if things go pear-shaped, it'll be next, it will be probably after New Comic Book Day next week, or probably the latter half of next week, if things don't go according to plan. But we will see. Time will tell. Anywho, thank you for sticking with me so long as I've waffled on about stuff. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give me those beautiful thumbs up. As I said, I will hopefully be back Sunday with a review video. Hope you've all had a great day and you've managed to get your comics and you're going to enjoy your books. I'm going to go off now, get a nice cool beverage and read some of these books. So I've been Jason, this has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.